We made it out of the marina, and so I'm gonna flip around. We are here. We're at Brewers Beach. We just got here this afternoon. It's about 3:30. So over there will be where we take the dinghy on that side, and we'll actually go to the university gym for the second workout. There's Corey saying hi. Hi, babe. So I'm going to give you just kind of a recap of how I managed 75 Hard thus far today. If you have any questions again of what the program is or any pieces around just forming sustainable habits, please feel free to put that in the chat below. But again, I'm documenting this series to show that no matter where you live, no matter what circumstances or season of life you're in, you can always prioritize your well-being, and things that you say you're going to do, you will complete, right? You've always heard me say that that will help you build self-confidence so that you can show up in all the relationships and roles that you play in a meaningful, impactful way, and not feel like you are an imposter, or not feel like you put your head on the pillow and go, I didn't follow through on what I said to the client or to that prospect or to my kiddos. And so what today looked like, so I actually recorded a video at 6 a.m. this morning where I walked the docks. I knew that I had a couple things that I needed to get caught up on, about an hour of administrative tasks, and then I had client calls, and then we literally hit the road, but it's not hit the road, it's hit the water. And I knew that we would be able to make it before the gym closes. And I gave myself plenty of leeway that I could have waited to potentially do the 2 workouts, this afternoon. One would be again outside, one is then, your choice. But I chose not to put myself under that type of pressure. It was easier for me to get up in the morning and just get it done with an outdoor walk. It was still steamy, it was still warm, but it was just a great time for me to reset my mindset. And again, on those morning walks, I really don't go into strategic planning. I really don't plan anything for the day. It really is for me to just be in quiet time and prayer and just taking care of, just my mind, body, and spirit in that kind of quiet time. It was super, super chill at 6 a.m. on the dock today. So that's how I spent my morning. And that's how I wanted to make sure that, we probably still have like 4 hours of daylight that I'm sure I could, squeeze in, walk in that beach. Trust me, that will be some of the activity this week. But I wanted to make sure that Corey and I could enjoy the rest of tonight. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to complete, the cards that I needed to get done and got those dropped off. And that's just, really that kind of negotiation that I love to share with everybody is you're constantly in that conversation with yourself. You'll hear me say that always, that as the CEO and as the, employee of your business, you're constantly negotiation expectations of what's on your plate and what do I need to get done and how will that get done and what time will that get done. So just know that's going to ebb and flow throughout the day, right? Like that's constantly going to, ebb and flow throughout the day. So, hi, it's so good to see everyone on the chat. And so my encouragement though is a couple pieces. So as I'm in day 3, again, we're going to go crush it in the gym. We're just waiting for the engines to cool down a little bit. But really I heard this great, Corey actually showed me this great video today that I wanted to pay forward, and it talked about, what are your basements and what are your ceilings in terms of the bare minimum you will get done and the max that you're like, if it's ideal, like for me, I would spend 4 hours at the gym if I was blessed to have that time. I really, really would. But my basement, my bare minimum threshold would absolutely be just, my 45 minutes, right? And then a stretch and then get in, get out. So ideally, I'd love to be able to spend a couple hours in the gym and get a really good mobility stretch after and being able to do, maybe another 20-minute incline walk. But right now it's going to be a great lift and a great stretch, and we're going to hop back on the boat and have dinner. And so the other piece of thinking about, what is your basement threshold, if you're doing the 75 hard, challenge or not, or what is your ceiling threshold, is to know where your, bottom line is, right? Your non-negotiable for yourself. And so I just thought that was a perfect example is, like it's about to probably start raining right now, right? We're sitting actually on the, bow of the boat. We'll do this. But even before we knew what we were doing today, right? Like anything that was going on, I knew what my bare minimum would be, and I knew what my ceiling would look like. And then it usually somehow falls in between there. So please be mindful of like, what are those for you? That's my 2 cents from this video, is you really getting clear as you go on the best, you know, becoming the best version of yourself, is that no matter who you are, no matter what you have on your plate, what does that look like? Because then I'm able to negotiate between those boundaries. It's not like I'm having to start over every single day and go, well, what is my bare minimum for today? Or, you know, what can I, you know, how would I like to enjoy that time if you do get an additional hour or two or something shifts in your calendar? So love, love, love. I just wanted to show you all again. I told you that the journey would be different, that when I hear people say, I don't have time to do all that, I'm like, I just coached, did administrative work, moved a boat for an hour, got the mooring ball, right? So that is part of the journey that we're sharing is, so the mooring ball, again, you can see there's kind of like 3 rows here at Brewers. And so you come and you take the hook. Hopefully I'm not making you too sick there, right? And then you actually just like lean over the bow, and then we, grab it. We're communicating, Corey and I, of like, okay, you know, forward, reverse, neutral, neutral, neutral. And then we just go ahead and hook that baby. So that was super fun. We got it on the first try. We nailed it. There's times that we don't. There's times that we have had to circle, like, you know, 3 or 4 times, because I have dropped the hook before in the water and we had a loop around. I've only done that once, knock on wood. It's happened before that the hook, the eyelet, let me show you this, the eyelet that we are right now bridled on is like incredibly short. And because we sit so high on the water, I was not able to ever get it. So that was probably 6 months ago that we learned the lesson that before we approach a mooring ball, I make sure and I look how much slack we have to know if we even have a fighting chance. So I would say all of these at Brewers are like ideal for us. We never have that issue at all. So that's been a good lesson learned. Because part of this 75 hard journey is, you know, catching you all up on us being able to experience what we're experiencing and have you part of that journey now that we can, you know, morally, ethically, with all of, you know, what we've learned, share those things with you, right? I think in the first year of anything new, because it was so new to us, we didn't know what we didn't know, you know, sharing tidbits because we were learning. So that's why I think it's so beautiful timing that we're able to give some insights for family and friends that, you know, haven't been here or haven't traveled down here, and also for everyone that I coach and everyone that we do, you know, different strategy sessions that always, you know, wonder, I'm all about the time blocking. I'm all about the prioritization. I'm all about, you know, serving as your own CEO and you're serving as the employee and doing that, you know, in a meaningful, negotiable way. I love infusing all of this in this series, right? So you're going to hear how I'm doing it personally as a CEO, continuing to live fully nomadic, fully growing a virtual coaching business, right? Encouraging my clients, even if they're not living as remote as, you know, I am, to make sure that that is something that is an example to go, no matter what you have on your plate right now, you can always make the time. Corey, do you have any other wisdom or wise words before I hop off today? No. All right, we're going to head to the gym. I'm going to show you one more view, and it looks like it's, you can see a nice little squall, and there's Corey. All right, you guys enjoy your day. We'll see you tomorrow for day number 4. Bye.